Like Dmdpodcast, myself, Smoke.
Come on, Big Rome, you can't even clone the done.
Big Wezzle, no intro, you done now.
Yeah, we've got a special guest in the building today, you get me? Rome's the guest you want to introduce.
Come on, my dudes. Oh, what go on?
I'm there, man. I respect man them.
Shout out all
Love
in
for
the
having
building.
me, man.
Love for coming
Respect
through.
for
You get
rolling
me?
through.
Obviously, we're gonna talk on your little. No, I don't say little, but your story. You get me? It's interesting still. You get me?
Obviously, just before we do that, obviously, dmdlive.co.uk. If anyone want to send in any dilemmas, any topics, any questions, any bangers of the week, then you know what to do. That's on the bottom of the screen there. So, yeah, man, what's been going on? Man?
Well, I don't know, man. Look like we're getting dragged right now. Like currently, what's
man,
going
getting
on?
dragged on the normal, innit? Normal.
Yeah, you lot are your clubhouse antics, fam.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you know, one false word, not even false word, but just one word, fam.
Anything when black men talk, you know, but that's light, you get me? But what's been popping, man, over the weekend? What's been going on, Carl?
Shout out, Mano. You get me? It was his birthday. You missed that dance there.
Yeah, I know.
Dance was crazy still.
Yeah, messing man like 1 o'clock in the morning, telling man, yeah, come true.
Yeah, then I see 10 minutes later, yeah, in dance, fam.
Yeah, but I was already out. Like, you can't
Oh, the
tell
way
me.
you trying to make out like he was
Yeah,
sleeping,
like
like
he
you
was
woke
sleeping,
him
like
up.
he didn't
No,
see
no,
that.
no, no,
Man
no,
was
no,
out already.
no, but
He
he
didn't
only-
get invited. Hold on, he was at dance, but you never knew. You never knew.
I never knew his
know.
dance.
Okay,
I didn't go to no
okay.
dance. I went in a dance.
So where was you? Because it looked
I
lively
went-
to me.
I went out, yeah, it was lively, but I went out. You get me? Me and the lady went out
Yeah.
on a shisha, boom, 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 and then
So
because
you
where
out.
I was like, I'm round the corner, and boom, it was the man's birthday, innit?
I'm just trying to work out why I never go, Rome's, yo, there's man's birthday around the
Because
corner.
I'm with, bro, we
Oh,
was
okay.
on a pattern for the night, like what we're doing.
So man,
We weren't
looked-
the thing to
so
say
really,
to a
man looked out for you. Rome's was looking out for you.
As in what?
I showed
He
you.
hollered you, yeah.
The dance, innit?
Yeah, 1 o'clock in the morning, fam. We've had it, but we
That's
didn't.
when it started.
You know what I'm saying? No, man's
He
getting
already
old.
knew.
Man's
He
getting old now. You
already
know
had
what's normal?
plans. A man already had plans to go, you know. But you're telling man when you're already there, yo, it's live, you know.
I'll see.
And you know what it's one of
Oh,
those.
okay. I was
Yes, man.
trying to
when
work
man's
brain on
already
me.
in there.
We say Romney knew about it from last week.
Man knew about it from time, fam. So obviously he's shouting, man, when he's in the dance now, like, yo, there's a dance going on. Well, obviously, man was already out. Man, I think I was already patterned, but yeah, man, done now. But yeah, man, what's going on?
Oh, man.
Hey, I'm glad to be here, man.
I
Come on.
was freedom.
Freedom's
Whoa,
nice.
how you just jumping into...
Yeah, but you got.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but
that's
no, but it's a
wild,
build.
man.
It's a build, fam. You have a build.
I just jumped straight in like, hey, man, good to be
Yo,
here.
you was painting the house, fam. You weren't building nothing. You was there. Oh, we need to know your story. So that question makes sense.
Yeah, but if I want to know, get me how man's mental health first, and then we
Yeah,
get
true.
into it. You get
Oh
me?
yeah, you know you've been on that recently.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
just want to get into man's nitty gritty. You know?
man said, that's what I'm here for, fam. You know what I'm here for, fam.
You get me? But what God, you good though.
Yeah, man.
You
Yeah,
get
man.
me?
I'm alright, man. I'm blessed, man.
You get me, man?
thank
Let's
God.
see. The floor's yours, brother. Where should we start?
How you just gonna give him the
Like, you know,
floor like that?
no, because he mashed up my whole flow, fam. You get me?
Because you know, how do you start? Yeah, what's it like to be out?
I didn't say that. I didn't say it.
What did he say? Smokes, what did he
I
say?
didn't say that.
Smokes, what
I
did he
said have
say?
freedom, brother. You
Yeah,
get
yeah,
me?
that's the same thing, fam.
Nah, all right, first, let's start with there. How is freedom? Because obviously, it might be a different freedom from what everyone else thinks at the moment because we've been in lockdown, COVID, certain parts of the country was in freedom, but we're talking a different freedom.
Yeah, it's good. Well, done a life sentence, brother. So, you know, I got out August last year after a couple of recalls. You get me? So, yeah,
Alright,
it's
so-
good
so-
to be out, man.
How long did you do?
What, all together or straight behind the door? All together, 17 and a half.
Okay, Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's lifetimes. Yeah,
Alright,
that's literally a
that's a whole-
lifetime.
yeah.
Before we get into the
Yeah.
story, so what is like maybe some of the biggest changes that you've seen from the start of going into and looking, coming out now and seeing how the world is and how things have changed and that? Or would
You know
you say
what?
there's too
It's
much
just-
of a change?
It's just the roads, innit, have changed a bit, like the way they've spent money on doing up Tottenham, obviously the stadium, and you know what I mean, Sainsbury's and Tesco's Express everywhere now.
Yeah,
Where it
everywhere.
weren't like that before on West Green Road and stuff like that. I'm like, raw, what's going on?
It's different.
What?
It's different.
You get what? So they got a Costa down there.
Yeah,
where
they got
Body
Costa.
Music used to be or something like that.
Body music's
Like,
gone.
come
Yeah,
on,
body
man.
music's
Like,
gone.
raw, okay.
R.I.P.
I'ma clean up the
body
place.
music.
All right, you get me. So them type of changes there, man. I notice, and obviously, you know what I mean, the drip, and you know what I mean, how people are interacting with each other, and You know what I mean? I've noticed the changes still.
Still.
Yeah.
Boy, so what do you go in for, brother?
Well, I went in for murder, brother.
Mm.
Yeah. Unfortunately, in 2003, my dog, his girlfriend, got sexually assaulted by somebody, and then went and approached the man, and violence unfolded, and man lost his life. And I got a life sentence. My Cody got a life sentence. The girl, Tara, she was on the murder charge to start with, and then she got a plea bargain for a conspiracy to assault. I mean, so she ended up doing a couple months.
Right.
So wait,
That's got from an M to conspiracy to assault. That's a
major.
They're
drop,
not even in the same ballpark.
Yeah. Cause basically, a barrister got her a good deal with the CPS and her prosecution to say, look, she didn't know violence was going to occur. So
Okay.
conspiracy to assault would be suitable for her, and the CPS accepted it.
Sorry, can I ask what race she was? Because I think
She's black.
She's black as well, yeah?
She's black, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
so like go through like the like how it happened, like when if you got caught, if she phoned you, or like what happened, how did it transpire where you needed to?
The story's mad still. So back in summer 2003.
2003, I was like 13.
Yeah.
I was like 30.
Yeah. 2003, yeah? I was like 13.
You was 13?
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe like 15. 16, 15.
Yeah, so then summer, my Cody, my boy Aaron, he was with his girl at the time, Tara, and I think they was going for a little rough patch in their relationship where, you just take a little breather. Yeah, you're still a couple sort of thing. And so basically this is the story that got relayed to me. So I'm gonna relate it to you guys and make you guys feel like you're me.
Okay.
That's all right. So imagine I'm just in my yard chilling with my girl at the time. And I haven't seen my boy for about a week or two. You get me? It was a bit strange as well, but I thought, all right, he's probably got a pastel with his gal or something, you know what I mean? And he's, moody or whatever, but I'll hear from him. All right, boom, I get a call. He said, yo, I'm coming to your yard to link you, innit? Come downstairs, 10 minutes. All right, cool. These times I'm living in Frinsley Park, Stride Green Road. He was living in Stokey, you get me? It's not too far from my yard anyway, but I was downstairs, 10 minutes, jumped in his car. I told my girl I'll soon come in that. It was a rapid thing. She was like, where you going? I'm like, I'm just going to go link my boy in it. Soon come, man, soon come.
So at this moment, it's still normal to you. I'm just going downstairs to link my bridge.
Yeah. But I can kind of hear something in his voice still. You know what I mean? Can't you seen him for 2 weeks? Like, come.
And all of a sudden, it's
so
I'm downstairs.
But obviously, my dog, you get me?
You don't really question. I heard that. Yeah.
Fly downstairs, you know what I mean? My girl's like, where you going? Just randomly. I'm going downstairs, soon come, innit? Just cool. She's like, what? You know what she said? She goes, make sure you give me a kiss, 'cause sometimes you leave and I don't know whether you're gonna come back and what's gonna happen. So I'd rather give you a kiss and make sure everything's alright.
Yeah.
You get me? We left on good terms. She used to say that to me. It was mad anyway. So I've gone downstairs, jumped in the car now, and I said to him, "Oh, go on, fam." He's like, "Oh, come we go out the road and park up on talk, man." Alright, so we drove up the road to Holly Park Estate, I think it was. Yeah, shout out Propane, man. Propane's from them parts as well. Holly Park. Drove up to Holly Park and then we parked up. And then I said, "What go on, fam? Where you been? What's been going on, man? You get me? What go on? Talk to me, man." And he's like, "Oh, man." And he just started crying. He looked at me. I said, What go on? What do you mean? What's going on? What are you crying for? He said, "Tara got raped." I said, "What?"
Shit.
So these times he's bawling and I'm just, you get me looking at him like,
Heat. Yeah.
why is my, you get me? I've never seen my dog bawling before. This is, you get me? But, hold on a minute. I have to digest this. What do you mean? By who? Where? Why? When? You get me? So he started to tell me the story. He said, about a week ago when we was going through this little rough patch. She went to go link this guy that she knows as her friend, yeah? And he just jam in his yard with his brother and he's the brother's girlfriend and cousins and social things, smoking and drinking and, you know what I mean? Listen to music and rare. And she done that on the first occasion. And then another occasion, she done it again, yeah?
Okay, so
But she was talking to this guy about her relationship with... You get me? Yeah. My boy saying, things ain't going too well, but I love him, rare. And I don't know whether he was being some type of listener or life coach or whatever. That's the way he was.
The shoulder to lean on.
Some man are like that though. That's some
opportunity.
That's some man's game, like.
What in the background.
I'll be there when he's fucking up. Yeah, what? Don't.
Right. So obviously, on the second occasion, I don't know why, but they've taken a side with me. It sounds so booky, innit? It sounds like she's just violating already, innit? Like, you're taking a side, like, they've left the front room and gone to his bedroom to jam and say, let me...
Away from everything.
Because it's your private thing, that's what he said to her, because it's your private thing when I want to talk in front of people.
Yeah.
Let me go to my little side room and, you get me? And just talking this way, innit? Yeah? All right, they've gone in the room, he's closed the door. He's got on top of her, she's like, get off, now what are you doing? And then from there, he just got aggressive. You get me? Held her down. I raped her, and she was saying, get off, stop. And he was saying, look, I don't business, I'm a bad man. I'll tell your man, say me, I'll fuck you, rare. She was screaming, crying. Get me forced open her legs, rare, tear. You get me? And then I think she just walked home after because her yard weren't too far from his yard or something like that. You get me? And then she told my boy, and then my boy was like, raw. First of all, I was like, raw, switched on her car. I didn't buy the story. And I said to her, he said to her, you call the police or anything? She said, no, I don't want to, I'm scared. Yeah? And then I said to him, what, did she tell her mum? He was like, no, she's scared to tell her mum as well. She don't know what to do. She just told me and she just wants him to make him go away. Like, leave her alone sort of thing, you get me? Because he knows where she lives, you get me? And she thinks he might see her on the road, you get me?
But she told man because she wants... No, sorry, because I've got to make sure my mind's right on
Yeah, you have to
So
break
this
it down,
happened to
brother.
her, so she phoned your boy, she told him because she didn't want the rapist guy anywhere near her again.
Yes. Yeah.
So she knows what she done by telling your guy. Didn't telling no one, by telling someone who's meant to be a man. All right, go on, yeah.
So, these times now, when I've gone through it and I've kind of like half interrogated him, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, because obviously it's mad to
his
you.
eyes dried up now, you know what I mean? I'm saying, what's going on? What we doing? You get me? I said, what's the program? Like, he's saying, well, I presented him with certain options, you get me? And he chose the option of approaching this man. And I said, how you going to approach this man? What? How? What's going on? And he goes, well, basically, listen, we're going to go back to my yard. Tara's up my yard. And I need a little further confirmation from Tara. You get me? And this guy that he actually done this. So when we go to my yard, I'm going to get Tara to phone him. Do you remember the old 3310?
Yeah.
Fucking know. On the old 3310, I'll get her to phone him and say, look, last time when I was with you, why did you do that to me and you didn't stop? I told you to stop. Why did you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the man will talk casually because he's not really not thinking.
So,
yeah.
I've gone to the yard. I waited in the kitchen and he lives in an attic bedroom or whatever, his mum's yard at the time anyway. And they were up in the attic bedroom and I was in the kitchen and down there for about 10 minutes. You know what I mean? And then I went up and then Tara just looked sad and destroyed, man. And I just thought, raw, this is mad. And then my boy was pissed as well. He's like, go on, phone him. To Tara. And then like, she's like, okay. She's very like soft and sort of a timid type of girl. But she's like, all right, I'm going to call him. I thought, this is mad. I can't wait to hear what this guy's going to say. You get me? So she's phoned him and said to him, why did you not stop last time when I told you to stop when I was with you at your house? And, you know, like, we're there.
Everyone's
ears close to
Yeah, because you want to...
You know what he done? He just went... Must mumble. So he asked him again. You get me?
Yeah,
Like,
no. We need this. This ain't a
asked
joke
him
thing.
again.
Yeah.
The man mumbled again. Something about, well, go on anyway.
Well, go on
Man
anyway.
trying to brush it off.
Mad.
Try to brush off, yeah.
Mad.
So he said to her, put it on the phone. She put it on the phone. He said to her, right, call him back and say to him, look, I've been falling out of my man again. We ain't kind of talking, and come and chat to me later, innit? Would you come and link me later, yeah? And then, boom, we'll take it from there. So she called him back and said that, and he said, yeah, I'll come and link you later. And that's on Stride Green Road. That was it, innit? My boy was like, listen, go to your yard. Downstairs was a boy named Winston. People probably know Winston from my area, man. In Stride Green Road. He lived downstairs from me, had a baseball bat in his yard. We used to shout like a bit of a bando, you get me? But let's get tigs in there, whatever. But yeah, man, got the baseball bat from Winston's yard. My boy had a baseball bat in his car. He's like, listen, this guy is supposed to be some bad man, innit? Telling Tari, some bad man named Rare Tear, whatever Rare. He's got beer soldiers who work for him, Rare. Yeah, and he's a yard man as well.
So in a joke,
But we don't know. Yeah. At the time, I'm 19. My boy's 20. We don't know. We're like, okay. All right, cool. I'm presenting him with options still. Like, right, bats, really? If my man's a wicked man, should we go a bit more serious?
Yeah, because,
But obviously, you get me, he said he wanted to do that. So I said, all right. Cool. She's called him. He's come to me here at the bus stop. He was waiting in the phone boxes with the baseball bats. So we've come out the phone box, and like as we're walking up to him, I don't know, his spider senses or something must have kicked in. He turned around and he's seen us coming. 2 guys in hoodies, baseball bats by their side. Immediately, he's grabbed Tara in a bear hug. Yeah, like. So I've just automatically thought, raw. I've got to get this man off the top because she's screaming.
Yeah, of course. Come on, after everything.
So obviously, my Cody's done the same thing. He's grabbed his arm. I've grabbed his arm, give him a couple of licks.
Get off of it,
around his head and shoulder area, and he's done the same thing. He's released her. She's run off. My yard's basically behind where the crime scene is, the bus stop and that. So she's kind of run off and gone into my yard. And these times, the man is trying to disarm me now, innit? 'Cause he's trying to defend himself.
So he's trying to go,
My Cody's gone off to the side and he started smashing up the man's car. I could just hear it.
He's gone. Smash. So you're tussling with my man. He's gone off to the man's car.
But these times I'm kind of like backpedaling. You understand? I'm walking backwards, swinging my back because he's trying to grab the bat and swing as well. But I'm thinking, no, you're not getting this off of me. Yeah. Right. Today, monster man. You're the gal and this is mad.
Yeah.
I'm swinging. He's taking licks. He's dropped down to the floor on one knee, and then I just run across the road to my Cody and said, yo, can we go? Ran off up the road, dropped the bats in some estate bin, and then went up the road to my next boy's yard, changed our clothes, went back down to my yard. And then, from my yard, we could see the whole crime scene, basically. The tent, white tent gone up, police and stuff. At these times, my heart's beating. I'm like, Ross.
Because you know that's you, man.
What's going on, bro? Like, I swear, man, I just took licks and I hit that. This looks serious. I'm going to cover up with tent for her and...
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So... That went on for the whole night, the tent thing, and then a couple of days later, the Crime Stoppers board went up, yellow board, and a couple posters with a man's face saying his man has been murdered, killed. Any witnesses, blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
So, obviously I phoned my Cody, and then he's like, this is mad. So we're all thinking, what, fly out, what we gonna do, mad thing. And then, it was a few weeks later, police just come and kicked in our doors.
Kicked in the door, so they had intelligence.
Yeah, there's a vital part I forgot to tell you. When we was waiting in the phone box, some man who I'll describe as a smoker, and you don't know I'm talking about, somebody who smokes drugs, a crackhead guy.
He's about the
nitty. He came into the phone box and he was trying to use the phone box and he was like, get out, what you doing? Use the one next door, double phone boxes. Okay. He's like, no, I need to use this because I need to call my baby mum to arrange for the kids to go to school tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. And I was running him in. I said, get out, move. Effing blind and rare. You know what he done? He's a black guy as well. He looked in my face and he said, careful what you lot are doing, you know. Mind you don't get a life sentence. I've been there before. Because obviously he's
Fucking
clocked the
hell.
bats. Lean up in the
Fucking
phone
hell.
box. I've said, bro, what's man just watch his mouth on, man? After that, we've come out the phone box and
Okay.
the violence has occurred rare. But obviously, that guy, he phoned the Crime Stoppers.
What, for change?
Yes, immediately.
See?
You know, the reward, the capital
come on.
Reward,
He kept
100%.
phoning them, saying, I'm seeing this guy. He lives in the block just off a Stride Green Road.
Jesus
I've seen
Christ.
him. I've seen the gal. They're about. So the police done surveillance, watched us, saw that, okay. There was witnesses that witnessed it as well, about 14 of them. They described us as the tall one and the short one. Makodi being the tall one, me being the short one. They done surveillance on us, and then they come and kicked in the doors about 5 weeks later or something like that. And then, yeah, that was it. They found the DNA on some clothes and stuff like that, and it got already.
So going back to the moment when you actually see the tent and you're saying it can't be that serious, what did you think that did you feel like you beat him to intense, or do you feel like it was just a light beating that you normally sometimes when you're in school there's a rushing and you feel like it was just a rushing?
I think for the way the speed that I was swinging that bat, because it was like one of them professional baseball bats, I know, and I can hear the cracks. You get me? I thought, right, I've done some damage, but I didn't realize. You get me? Until
at that age that you.
Yeah.
How
what had happened is he had brain hemorrhage, so the blood swelling on the brain, innit? And then that caused him to have a heart attack. I think 6 days later or 3 or something. It's in the news report that I sent you guys. And then that's what caused him to have a heart attack. Hemorrhaging on the brain, yeah. So it was mad. But at that time, on the night when I was in my yard, to be honest with you, brothers, I got down on my knees. I started to pray to God. I said, "Please, God, don't make this man die."
Yeah, because that's not. Yeah.
I didn't come out my yard to go kill nobody tonight. What's going on?
Kind of.
You get me? Yeah.
So man,
Like, what you're doing is wrong. Like, don't do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's gone too far. Like,
But see, yes, it's mad for me because it started with you being at home, minding your business with your gal. Like, it's mad because your bona fide phoned you.
Yeah.
He already knew where his mind was at. You was minding your business. Now, because that's your guy, it's just mad. When I'm listening to you, all the steps, and all these steps, I've never seen where your investment was apart from that's your brethren. That you've gone beyond the means for your brethren. Yeah, do you understand what I'm saying? This is mad because if you never answered the phone that night, if you never got that call, if your battery was dead and you're just chilling watching the film, do you understand what I'm saying? It's crazy because he phoned you. Do you get what I'm saying? He phoned you and then you had to come again. Like it's mad. Cause you get what I'm saying, bro?
But do you feel like you're that brethren that he knows he could have phoned to go on?
I think even if I didn't answer the phone that night, he would have kept phoning. He had.
You were the one.
Of course. So if it didn't happen that day, it wouldn't.
This man, the way you understand, he wanted to page this man serious. You understand whether he's going to tell him to stay away, running him, threatening him, or you know what I mean, him taking 2 licks and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100. Because that's what I'm thinking.
So you see, when he's called you now, like, was it just the fact that he's your brethren that spurred you to back him, or is the whole like the story of my man's out here raping gal and all of these things like?
I grew up in a household with my mum, my older sister, my younger sister, and then I lived in foster care a few times with females as well, and I grew up around girls a lot. You get me? So I'm a man who don't violate women. You get me? I'm always protector.
Yeah.
So naturally, that instinct of raw.
Yeah. That could have been my.
Rape? What? That's mad.
Yeah, that.
You get me? Yeah. So, and also him being my boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have to rise up for my boy, innit? It's loyalty, innit? That's with me. Yeah, but there's another mad thing that happened as well. My girl who I was with at the time, when the murder board went up, she said to me, "That guy, I know his face." In Holloway, a year ago before I met you, I was in this hairdresser's. Half of it's a women's part to do women's hair, and half of it's the barbers.
Yeah.
She was in the back part, and this guy came. She went to the toilet in the back part, and this guy followed into the toilet, closed the door, and said, "Rah, run some pussy now." And she was like, "Move. If you don't move, I'm gonna scream." And it was him. She said, "That's him. That's the man."
Same guy.
So he's a predator. Yeah, he's a predator. He's out here.
So
on fuckery.
When she said that to me, and this needs to come across the right way, 'cause I don't want to seem like I'm not a bad guy. I felt like, "Rah, God, you might forgive me then."
I understand where you're coming from.
If this guy was a bad guy.
Yeah, we understand that. It's not coming. Yeah. I know. We all know what you mean by that.
If you feel like you've done God's justice,
even if you look at what recent activities that's been happening with my man down in South App.
Yeah.
When you look at the comments, people are like, "Yo, if I catch my and people, we have these thoughts because of certain things that they're doing. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not far fetched by you thinking.
But listen, you got Jimmy Savile's, flipping Harvey Weinstein's.
Yeah.
That guy, you get me, the Ian Huntley's and that.
Yeah.
There'll be enough people who'll have to get their hand on them and W them, innit? So really and truly, I think to myself, "Rah, did I just catch
a serial? Yeah.
one? I caught one.
A predator.
So really and truly, but the law says no matter what, who they are, how bad they are, you mustn't be a vigilante and take the law into your own hands, and they're gonna give you sentence, innit?
They protect them fuckers.
Do you feel like
the fuckers get protected?
Do you feel like because of maybe the rules of them giving that is because like, did it make you feel better by doing that?
What's that?
Like when the act of doing it and then him passing and then doing the sentence, do you feel like, yeah, I've
done the crime, I've done my time.
Not done. Obviously, you've done the crime, so you've done your time. But do you feel like it was just worth it? Like, yo, yeah, I'll do this again, or do you get what I'm saying? Or would you go around?
No, because obviously, really and truly, I've got a daughter.
Yeah,
I've got a mother. I've got a girlfriend. Got a sister.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? This is life, innit? These things I've said this to psychologists and stuff like that. If I was walking down the road and I saw a man trying to attack you, and you get me, you couldn't defend yourself. As a normal-headed person, and the way I grow, I'm gonna try and defend you.
Yeah.
And in defending you, I might hurt that man so badly, he dies from his injuries. They're still gonna send me to jail, and the whole thing could be on CCTV. This madman's trying to grab you, attack you, and I try and defend you physically. You get me, by doing kung fu on the man or whatever. And if he dies from his injuries, I'm still going to jail.
Yeah,
the whole world's gonna be on my side. They're gonna see it.
But you're still going to jail.
You're still going to jail.
Yeah, that's the nonsense.
It's mad.
It's great everyone's saying, yeah, like, no, we agree with you, but I'm still going to jail. So, like,
yeah, because
you know what I'm saying? It's like,
what the law says, if you use force that causes enough force that causes a man to die, that's classed as murder. Because they say there's a certain point where you could have stopped.
Is it the bats?
There's reasonable force and there's, get me, beyond reasonable force. So it was the bats as well.
So going in your trial, what was it that they said was the finding line? Was it because you took the bats?
Yeah, the bats, and how many times the man's skull was lacerated, which is cracks. It was several.
And even in those things, I don't even understand, because when man's in the middle of some kind of, not say war, but a fight, anything, unless you're a trained fighter, your head's gone. So you're not even thinking about how you're just lacing up. You get what I'm saying? You're not thinking, like, if you're a control fighter, you know, I'm picking my spots and all that. But if you're just normal, that's the rage. You get what I'm saying? So it's not. I don't know. It's mad. It's mad. But what you were saying, because you seem like a level-headed, decent person. When you said it, to me, it felt crazy. What was those 5 weeks like for you? Because you know what I'm saying? Every time you look at I don't know if you can see out your window, you come downstairs to go out, it's there.
That's paranoid, proper, prang. Like, bro, I feel like they're coming for me, you know?
Was it like every day? Like,
When is it?
Waiting.
That's horrible.
Yeah, that.
So was it a relief when they did kick off the door?
Yeah, it was, you know.
Like, fuck it,
Yeah, it was a relief. It was.
It's crazy, because you know they've got...
That's mad, bro.
I swear down.
It's like it's over. It's like, all right, cool, the game's over. Like, it's sort of like a game. Like, are they going to catch me or are they not? And then when they
you don't want to be caught, but you're grateful to be caught because you're not feeling that.
That pressure,
that scaredness, bro. It's real. You're scared. They're like, raw. I don't know how these chicks are gonna come for me. Mad. And I'm a black man as well. They might come and do the bend up and break my neck.
Yeah.
Because I might try and resist the arrest. You know them way there.
No, it's true. Still, it's true, and that's why they run up in the yard and the mad.
Come on, that's what they done.
It was 19, 20.
I was 19, yeah.
Fucking
boomed off my door. I think it was 5 o'clock in the morning. I was in the bed with my girl, naked. Flung me on the floor. I got flipping carpet burn on my hood. That's mad.
Say it. Because I knew something was coming. The man said naked. So I was like, what are you doing?
They threw me on the floor and they dragged me. So on the front of my thing, get me later on, I thought,
yeah, that's true.
You say at the time we do.
Because you know it was a council flat. You know them cheap council carpets, the coarse one that you can strike a match on.
That's true. But when police came for me, but they came for me outside though. I was outside. You get me, and the police come, gun back me and that. But they're doing too much. Like I'm already. Like you've seen the guns. I'm like, yo, like man, you've done the gun, but and then you're rubbing face on concrete.
I'm all saying to the fella, I'm cool, man. I'm not resisting, man. I'm cool.
You get me, but
and they're like, you know what it's about feds? You can feel them trembling and they're shook. They're always trembling when they're holding you.
That's what I'm saying. They are shook because
they're shook. Man's trembling holding me.
But I get it though, because they don't know you.
Yeah. So
they don't know me, but they know. Right, this person's
because
got
all
a gun.
this
one's just done a murder.
But
we're dealing with dangerous people.
You're dealing with dangerous people, 100%.
I'm not trying to get killed, and I'm not trying to. Do you know what I'm
might
saying?
be a calm brother, but they
don't know that.
But you know what it is? You know when you watch them programs of these police when they do the operations, they get a debriefing in it, and they're saying, listen, this guy done this and that.
Yes.
Yeah, and look what he done. So you need to go
They
there hard and fast.
Most of a mugshot of you on the wall,
Yeah.
and they're connecting all the dots. And like, my man's connected to this dangerous man and that man. Now to them, you're a top done, you know. But not saying that you're not dangerous or you can't do your thing. It's more you can do your thing, but I'm a normal human living my life every day. But they will pin you up to be the top boss of the whole ends, and it's just like
if you see most feds,
they have to come at you.
no, but they're shook, fam. As
100%.
people, there are people that wouldn't approach you on the road. Most feds, if they bumped into you, if you bumped into them, they're gonna apologise.
Listen,
but now they got this. Now they're shook though.
Let me be honest. Most feds, when they're not in their uniform, they're not getting involved. You know, like when man's at work and there's them that go to work on the bus or whatever, and they're not in uniform. Man can tell certain times that you see certain things happen on the bus or whatever, and they're kicking off. They're oblivious. You see when they put on uniform.
Powerful.
And a couple of man around powers. Bro.
Yeah, but it's dangerous because me, like, not going off the track too much, but when I went into fights, when I fight people, my thing was, I need to fuck you up because your plan's to fuck me up. Yeah. I had to stop you by any means. Because it was not that I was scared of people that are fighting, but I was like, you're not fucking me up. I need to hurt you so you don't hurt me. That's the simple. Most feds are shook, fam. They are trembling. Yeah. That's how they do all that fucking shooting because they're panicking, fam. Right. He blew his nose. Shit. You get what I'm saying?
He blew his nose.
But that's more the American ones. The UK gun police are controlled still.
No, forget the gun police. I'm talking about feds in general. They are shook, man.
Yeah, the other feds.
They are shook, fam.
How long was your trial?
The trial went on for about. I think it was about 5 weeks or something like that.
Old Bailey.
Yeah, Old Bailey. Yeah.
5 weeks, so it was kind of, they had most stuff already.
Yeah, so take man through like the trial bit, like the whole trial, and then like
the trial.
When you got the sentence, when they told you the big numbers, like how was you feeling? And
yeah, it was mad. I don't know, the jury, I think two of them said not guilty, and then 10 of them was like guilty. But the thing about it is, the trial for me was mad, because they wanted to hear from Tara, but the judge said to them, look, you have to know that these young men was told a story, and the story will be told back to you what they were told, but you won't be hearing from the actual person that made these allegations. You understand? But so that's why when you read it in the media, they grabbed that and said, okay, cool, crime of passion. A man slept with a man's gal, and then they took revenge. It's mad. And then you see the piece in there about he had to use condom in his
brother, I read that. That's why I said before you come in there, I was like, no, my head's a bit spun.
Who does that?
Because I said, because I was like,
who does that?
Because I was like, yo, this sounds mad to me.
What's a bit, yeah. But the trial was mad as well, because obviously they wanted a character reference of him from his family, or what kind of man he was. And his younger brother came to the court and gave evidence and said that he remembers seeing Tara in the house on the 2 occasions and that, yeah. But and then obviously my barrister cross-examined him about the character of his brother, and so did the CPS. And he said the same thing twice to the CPS, firstly, and then my barrister, that his brother had a lot of baby mothers. He said, he had too much baby mothers. He's a Jamaican guy, but he seemed like a good youth as well. He was getting college and blah, blah, blah.
The younger brother.
The younger brother, he goes college, this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? On a white shirt, he seemed like a cool youth. He was saying, look, I used to tell my brother, you have too much baby mothers back the place and you need to control what you're doing. And he used to try and go to fun fairs, or he did go to fun fairs to go and pick up young girls. And I tell him, stop this young girl business, rare. And I thought, raw, this is mad.
Your own brothers.
His own flesh and blood is telling the court that he's got a lot of baby mothers. Yeah, that means so you just, all right. I'm not saying that because a lot of our parents maybe have a lot of baby mothers, our dads, and that. It's not a bad thing. But when he said the thing about the fun fairs, this guy was in his 30s.
Yeah. And he's pulling up.
You understand? He just basically saying his brother's a predator, trying to pick up young girls. And then you got the thing with my girl at that time saying, a year ago before she met me, you get me? In the toilet. Yeah. Try to lock the door and hold on. And then what Tara said, you know what I mean? So it was more in my head like, this.
Well, you can't hear everything that's been said about this brother. It's like mad.
That's it. But the way the judge sums up, and he says to the jury, if you believe they use excessive force, then you have to find them of guilty of murder.
Okay,
if you don't believe they didn't use it, you know what I mean? Rare, then you must find them not guilty of murder. You can't find them guilty of anything else. Because we wanted to get a manslaughter. But this is the twisted thing about my trial as well. My Cody didn't want the manslaughter.
Right.
Why?
Because he said, look, I've never been arrested before. My criminal record's clean. I'm not getting in jail for this.
Oh, so you feel like he was getting off?
Done a bit of a cutthroat thing still, and he knows that.
I feel like I want to get up and leave right now, brother. What are you telling? No, what are you telling?
It was a bit of a...
Let's dissect that. Hold on, 1 second.
Yeah, Riddle's going on.
Yeah.
So what? He didn't want to take a manslaughter, which is less than a murder.
Yeah, but explain why. Yeah.
Because basically he was like, listen, I just smashed up the car and I licked the man twice.
I'm going home. You lot can finish the pod.
So these times now, I'm mad with him, innit? I want to fight him and all sorts, but I'm thinking, it's just, what am I going to look like if I mash up my goal? You're going to say, look, the violent guy. He is the short guy, the violent one who done the most. Because you've got 14 witnesses in this thing as well on the road saying that they see different. You know, when witnesses tell things, they all tell it different.
Different point of view.
But most of them are trying to say different things, like I was standing over the guy, striking him like a Viking. Some guys say that it wasn't me who done the most, the tall one done the most. And others say that the short one done the most, and but I know what happened. He knows what happened. You smashed up the car, and that's what he told them. But I'm thinking, you're supposed to really and truly say, you know what, this is my thing. He didn't really do nothing.
Brother, what are you telling me?
He's young.
He's young, innit? He's not.
No, but bro, you can't.
You called me.
Yeah.
No, you called me.
But you're looking at it.
But they would see all of that though. They didn't go through phone records and say
they know that he didn't deny it. He told the truth.
Okay, cool.
What he said is, and he realised this thing is down to who done the most violence.
Yeah. Okay, so who? Okay.
And he said to the jury, and he said to me as well, blood, I only hit the car bare times and hit the man a couple of times to get off of Tara. Remember? So all them rest of them licks, I'm supposed to go to jail for mashing up the man. I didn't tell you to mash up the man. And I say,
I didn't tell you to mash up the man. I didn't tell you to phone me crying, blood.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you to tell me to come to your yard to hear the phone call.
It's all mad.
He's panicking, fam. You remember you're young, you know. The man telling you, murder, you're going to see a certain amount of years. You don't know what to think, fam.
So I'm telling him, take the manslaughter, because obviously we're walking after a certain amount of years. Hopefully it's not double figures. And the CPS were like, we want 2 of them on the manslaughter. We won't have 1 of them on it.
No, it's not going to go like that,
And he didn't accept it, and they were like, okay, cool. See if you can beat the M. And they couldn't beat the fucking M, man.
This ain't the final boss of shoe fight.
The judge, it's mad. The judge started off on for me. He said 15 years, and he said I'll take a year off for the fact that you got called out of your house last minute, and you didn't really know what was going on till the last minute. You know what I mean? And then you showed remorse as well, and obviously my girl gave evidence and said that I was in the yard praying and saying I hope this man don't die, and praying, praying out loud like please God don't let this man die.
Because you meant it.
Of course I meant it. Like this is mad. My man called me out my yard to go and page my man, and then you're looking like my man's under the tent on some mad thing. So you get me. I did say a prayer, but then obviously when everything come out after, I thought this is God's work. Then must be because the man was a prolific predator. You understand? So it was mad, the trial, fam, man. Like, after all of it went down, I said, you know what? It might be my time to just sit down and evaluate my life properly, and I got a chance. Because I move mad on the road right now. I walk with certain things, and I want to be around certain man. Why?
What am I trying to achieve here? Where am I going with this? You get me? I went to a little rave Swan and I got into a madness with a little yardie and he backed out at 8 mil, tried to shoot me, and then I'm trying to look for revenge. And I think, you know what I mean?
How you moving?
Why am I moving? Maybe God said, you know what? I'll use you right now to do that and make you sit down at the same time. Save your life. Fix up. Come out. Start again. I'll give you a chance. And then watch what happens while you're sitting down for all these years to all of your friend them and rare. And everybody on the road. I say, all heap of things. 17 years.
So do you feel like...
So the other day I said 17 years gone and most of my peers gone. You know what I'm saying?
So you feel like it's a blessing
when I'm switching these gears done.
Slyly. I feel like it's slyly a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Did he throw a bar in there?
I know you threw a bar in there.
I went over your head in it.
I didn't hear it. So what? Do you feel like if you didn't go to jail, then you probably would have been dead?
Probably, yeah.
More than likely.
On a worse
On a proper,
charge.
on a real Super M charge.
Yeah, 30, 40.
Yeah,
with them and then doing that.
Yeah.
Because I think my head was so hot, the amount of Northman that I know would have said, yeah, come in. All that and do that. Hot-headed.
When you know they know
you know them way there. I was that
like,
hot-headed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm so close to enough man from North.
Yeah.
I was just fortunate to be doing my own thing. You know what I mean?
So what was that? What was the feeling when the judge said, "Yo, 15, but I'll take off the year"? What was that original feeling?
You know what? My heart was beating, like trying to jump out my chest, and then it kind of started calming down a bit.
Yeah.
When he knocked off that year, then he knocked off another year, and then he went down to 12 years, and then he said, "The time you've done on remand, I'll take that into consideration. So the time you must serve at the tariff of a life sentence is 11 years and 127 days. So you've been sentenced to 12 years out of the life sentence. But obviously, if you misbehave while you're in jail, obviously they can hold you for 99 years.
Oh, is it? What? You're on a 99-year license?
Yeah, but it can get squashed after 10. The other day it was 5, but a lifer done something mad.
So they fuck up for everyone.
And he fucked up for everyone.
What? Is that what's going on now?
Yeah.
So they do it for everybody? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Flipping, no, man.
It's got to be a deterrent, though, so you have to...
Yeah, slightly, innit?
Yeah, you have to...
So who was Prime Minister under when...
I think it was Theresa or who was
Theresa was on
Gordon Brown.
Mr.
Gordon Brown. I think it was Gordon Brown, 2003.
No, man, it might have been a Blair, you know.
What's his name?
Blair. It was Blair.
Did he have like
Green teeth,
the IPP and it was him that bringing the IPP?
IPP was around it. Is that what
that was supposed to get abolished, you know, in 2017?
I think it's abolished now, but people that are on IPP are still on IPP.
Okay.
No, there's not going to be no...
There won't be no new IPP.
Okay.
Life.
But they still give a man life with just different letters.
Yeah.
Not like that. They just change the letters.
So I call it PPI.
So what was how was your family around you like when you got that sentence? Like,
yeah, they were wounded, man. But don't know, man. It was mad. I was just thinking a whole heap of things, man. Like, how's my family gonna cope with this? You know what I mean? And I mean the media and all this type of thing. You know what I mean? So I was just praying that they stay out of it, you know what I mean? And it don't bring too much, you know what I'm saying, attention.
And in terms of like the visits, like, you know, like your brothers will come and visit you like the first 2 years.
Yeah, all that happened.
And then when it gets to like 7, it's like, my man's in there, innit?
Yeah, because remember we spoke about that time ago.
Yeah.
Because man will be consistent.
Because when I was inside, I'm sensitive, I'm emotional, fam, so I didn't want no visits. From no one, cause I don't want you to be visiting me regularly and then 2 days a week go past and you don't come.
Stop.
I'm gonna be on the phone like, rah.
How come you?
What?
Yeah.
What? Man, what? I forgot, man. You know what I'm saying? So, if I wasn't even trying to see no one too tough, you get me?
Yeah.
So what was that like for you?
I think the hardest part was like the visits, when getting used to them, and then one time I had a piss test in Feltham. I think just after I got sentenced and positive for cannabis, and they said, like, because you got a positive for cannabis, you have to go on close visits. It's like, what? I thought they were going to lie. I thought they were joking, you know what I mean? So I went on the visit, and I was dressed up thinking I'm going to see my mum and my chick, and then they really put me behind the glass. I bugged out.
Oh, is it a glass thing? What, on a phone thing?
No, a glass screen.
Like in America?
So you can't have physical contact, a screen between you and them in the phone.
Because you had cannabis in your system.
Yeah, because you had
cannabis. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was mad.
And they're probably the fuckers that are making it come in there anyway. And they want to fucking...
I wanted to scrap them, and then obviously other mad things. Obviously getting into stupid fights with man just over ego and like.
Is it
harder?
And you're saying you're a hothead, so you must have been. Them bells must have been ringing regular. Regular.
Yo, ding ding ding. I said yo,
regular.
Yeah, come on, man.
So that's the question I want to ask you. So did you go from Feltham to that big man Joe?
Yeah, started up and all that stuff.
So I want to know this because I've heard this. The ego's more in Feltham than is a big man Joe.
Yeah, it is.
Is that's true? Yeah.
Why?
Because everyone thinks they're bad, innit?
Come on.
Okay.
The big man Joe, everyone. I just want to go home to my family.
Yeah,
I just want to go home to my
CYO.
But when you're young, it's like, I'm in prison.
Come on, man.
I've become the baddest.
Everyone has to rep their team.
Imagine everybody thinks they're bad.
Yeah.
But everybody.
Everyone.
Everyone thinks they're bad, fam. But who's the baddest? And there's
one bag of
Royal Rumble.
It was a madness. It was a real
You know what I'm
madness.
saying?
Kingfisher, Osprey, Mallard.
Yeah. But,
all of these wings.
Quail still.
Yeah, come on, man.
Come on, man. That's techie.
It's mad still.
It's a madness. Non-stop fighting.
Huh?
Non-stop. Yeah, felt you always fighting in there. All the time. You know what I mean? But it's all right sometimes, you know what I mean? Because you're around someone, you're manning from the road. You know what I mean? So sometimes it can feel like you're just in a big flipping
youth club.
Youth fucking club or foster fucking.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Hostel or whatever. You know what I mean? Or YMCA or
I was
something.
gonna say that YMCA.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So what was the experience like other than that in jail? How was you good in jail?
I was all right, you know. You know what? I just learned how to play the system, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Play the system, get a little job on the servery, you're at your cell more, you know what I mean? Or wing orderly, polish gym floor, and you're at your cell more. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Or help out the canteen people and stuff like that. So you can just kill time more easy, you know what I'm saying? Education. Man did Open University. I did social sciences. I did a DD 100, and I did sports fitness and management. But I didn't really complete it properly because I transferred prison. But I learned how to barber in jail. You know what I mean? I did bricklaying in there, bit of electrician, plumbing. You know what I mean? I got my
all stuff you wouldn't have done if you was out.
Yeah, I got
all stuff you
yeah, bro. I learned how to barber in there. You know what I'm saying? And then
you've got all these certificates now.
Yeah.
I say, but man wouldn't have done that.
I did my personal trainer thing in there, level 2 as well. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
and then most importantly, I didn't stop writing bars. You get me? I'm in love with bars, so I just kept writing. And you know what I mean? I'm out here doing this thing in the studio, bro. Just but experience was all right, and sometimes it was mad. Like there was a point on a recall where I could have lost my life. Like some madman for some mad misunderstanding. I can't even go into too much details. Flipping, me and the man ended up in a cell, and the man's chopped me in my neck, brother. I got 23 stitches in my neck.
Jeez.
And I missed my carotid artery, and I could have dead, you get me? And this was over some mad misunderstanding, stupidness, you get me? Like, the man was all like, sorry, brother, and all that madness, and I was like, fucking hell. I didn't even realise what he done until
or adrenaline was
and all that, but it was mad. And then, on another recall just the other day, get me, I got into a little scrap with a ute and fucking I lost a tooth and all that. And I was like, this is mad. I think to myself, I could have activated on this ute in a way where I'm not coming out again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is mad. What's going on? You see, when you're in them places, it's really the belly of the beast. That's where all the evil is.
Yeah, I hear you.
You get me? All the evil's there and you can get caught up in it so easy.
Easy, bro.
And live there and die there within a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying?
Like every
live
day,
there.
like every day.
Just for one man. One man.
Like,
Not just getting
you're doing an exam, like life exam every single day.
But I swear, literally, you're like,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Experiences have been mad, cuz. Mad. And after I got out 14 years straight, I did. I was
14 straight?
Yeah, 14 straight. And then I got out 216, I got out, and was out for 9 months, and the girl I was with at the time, she got pregnant, and then on that 9th month, she called my probation and said I weren't staying in the yard of Van tear, and me and I had a
the hormones kicked in.
Yeah, she said me and her were fighting Van tear, and I got a recall.
No, you think I'm joking, fam? That rage make them do stupidness.
Yeah, mad. So on that first recall, you get me, is where I nearly lost my life. So I'm there thinking, hold on a minute, and she's had my baby.
For fuck's sake.
So I'm saying, raw, I could have dead and
I
never see my youth, and you know what I'm saying, all that shit as well. And I'm thinking, right, I want to retaliate, but I can't. How can I retaliate? It's a mistake, and it's mad. This is all mad. Like, how the hell am I back in jail after I've just done
14 years? Yeah.
And you know what? They made me sit down and wait for parole for 2 years.
Oh shit.
Jesus.
So that's 16 now.
Shit.
They said nah. After a year or something like that, they said nah, because you weren't staying when you're supposed to. All right, and we're gonna send you back to DCAT. Have to go and sit down in DCAT for 15 months.
What we've been doing for
15 months
years.
plus the 9 months.
Crazy, you know.
You get me? I'm thinking,
when you think a blessing's about to come, boom, you getting taken away from the person that's giving you the blessing.
Madness.
That's crazy, fam.
So I got to go through madness now because the social services got involved in my life, and I have to go through madness to see my youth and all that.
What now?
Yeah, contact centre and all that, because they're trying to say, you're a dangerous man, and your baby mother said that you and her were, you get me, in some sort of domestic arguments, and it was tense and and you know what I'm saying, and you two were fighting each other and so because of your history. Rare, you know what I mean? So I
brother, just stay strong. You is the one that's gonna appreciate what you had to go through now. Yeah. These things are put in place to break you. They want you to say, that's what they want man to say, oh, fuck it then. So they say, see, you didn't care anyway. But they're gonna make you jump through hoops, but fam, you're gonna have to jump through them. Fuck them. Yeah. It's idiot hoops. I'll go contact centre for now, yeah, cool. Ain't gonna be forever.
That's right.
What you want to wind me up coming in? Nah, man, fuck them. Go there and smile. You can be angry inside, but don't make them know that. You know what I'm saying, fam? But yeah, it's the soldier. You look how much you've been through already, fam.
Enough.
You got bear test, shit, fam. How's your hairline so strong? You got bear test. You know what I'm saying? My hairline is strong, fam.
Man says he ain't going to do as much. You know what
I'm saying? But man.
I think, you know what it is, I've asked myself that question a few times lately as well, and I think, you know, it is, I think, because I never really had that much in life. I've got the hunger for it so much, I've never given up on it.
Wicked.
And I'm not going to give up on it.
Wicked.
Until I know I've made a success of myself. I've proven to myself, my family and everyone that believes in me, you get me, that I'm a good guy. That look, yeah man, he done well. I wasn't a bad guy at school neither. It was just that I got kicked out of school, Highgate Wood, at 16 because some boy threatened to slap my little sister in her face. I went and confronted him. We had a fight and I got kicked out of school.
Shit, man.
And then the teacher said, you were so academically brilliant, Ophil.
Why did you do that?
It's just the way I was.
You're built how you built, you know, you're built how you built.
Like you was the guy to pull
I'm a protector, innit? And then sometimes you go too far, innit? Like, and you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I'm going to make sure I do something with my talent now. You know what I'm saying? I love rapping, you know what I mean? I can tell my story through rap. I can talk to, you get me, my fellow brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? From where we're from and worldwide, if anything. Allow it. I've been there, done it. Allow it. You don't need to go there and do the mad thing. You get me? If you can swerve doing a mad thing, swerve it, innit? You know what I mean? And even if you are in a mad situation and you are coming out soon, you can still do something positive with your life.
100%.
Wicked, man.
I'm living proof.
100%.
Because these days, when I was looking at the newspaper, these little youths are getting big birds, bro. They're getting some serious birds. And I'm thinking to myself, you don't even know the half of it. Like,
but it goes back to, like, even when man was having this conversation the other day, and it's just like, sometimes, the youths don't, when you don't leave an area, all they know is the area. They don't know anything further than that because they haven't experienced it. It's the same thing like Sneakbot. I remember Sneakbot was doing an interview and he said, because he's doing all the flying out, the music and thing, he said he come back and he was driving through Brixton and he saw bare youths outside McDonald's. And he's like, they don't even know anything past that Brixton McDonald's. They're just on the block every day, day in, day out. So they don't see past that. It's only until you might, I don't know, even if you leave London, innit, and go up north or you go somewhere else and you experience something different, is when you start realising there's more to life than just being in the end, you get what I'm saying? Right. And I don't know, it takes, some people get to go away and some people don't, innit? But we need to get the youths to see more of the world, innit? Even if it's a day trip up to Fort Park or Autumn Towers or, Spain or France. Because when I was younger, my mum used to take man to France all the time. Okay. My mum used to just go day trip to go to Dover and to go get wine and come back. So man's going on a ferry to Dover. I've seen certain things, you get me, that understand that there's, boom, you can get things from this country, you can get things from here, you can do this, you can do that. But the youths now, they're seeing things, they're knowing that they can get money because they're looking on the YouTube, they're seeing the youngers like Digger D and all of these man doing sick music, or YouTubers or the TikTokers. They see that, but remember, they're still in their yard. They're just looking on their phone now. They're not really going nowhere.
That's right.
Well, can they
We still got to show, because when the youth clubs and all of that closed down, realistically, now they've just got us in our yard watching TV or on YouTube or all these things. We got to start opening things back up, do football, bare things, you get what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But, yeah, we got. So did you start your music thing? Obviously, you started writing the bars in jail.
Yeah.
What was your first lyric that you wrote, or what was that first thing that you made you feel like, rah, this is me?
Oh man, oh wow, what was it? What did I say?
You don't have to word for word, but what was it that you had to think of that made you say,
I can't even remember. It's so far ago.
You got man, you lose your airline thinking back so far.
Don't try to catch up with me, man.
Man, see this recede every 40, and I'm like, yo.
Then I had the countdown.
Oh wow. You know what? I can tell you something though. When I was in Full Sutton. I think it must have been about 2008 or 9. So I have to scratch my head and dig out the hard drive.
Hey, don't dig out the hairline though.
The cause, you get me?
That's up north, innit? Yorkshire.
Okay.
So you got up north man up there. So you had Burger Bar gang, Johnson gang.
I heard about Johnson.
Yeah. And you had I think Waterfront or something like that from Nottingham.
Okay.
Yeah. And obviously I got on with all of them. You get me? I'm a guy from London, innit? You get me? So, you know what I mean? I chatted to all of them. But anyway, long story short, me and this guy from the Burger Bar, he was related to Rodrigo Sims. You know the boys that got sentenced for the Charlene?
Yeah, the four of them.
Right, I met Double, they call him, yeah? I met Double and them man there.
Okay.
I forgot what wing it was in Full Sutton, and us lot started rapping. They get me together there. I was just starting that as well, and they liked what I can do and that, you know what I mean? And I was rapping with them, and then Madsky came to the jail, and the one guy that I know from Aylesbury came, one of their cousins, and then me and Madsky's cousin got into a little madness, and it was over like a clash we had, yeah? So basically, he dug up what he thought, I don't know, was some embarrassing stuff on me, yeah, and tried to embarrass me. And then I dug up some
battle rap.
Yeah, I dug up some facts on him. And said, okay, you got violated in rare. And then obviously man gassed him after the clash and said, right, don't have it. And then I'm chilling with my boy Madsky, yeah? And then this youth moved to me, fam, and tried to poke out my eye, fam, like this side there, it was mad. And then from that point I thought, right, if my lyrics are that powerful, get me, let me cost me my eye. I'm gonna do something with this.
If my lyrics are that powerful, yo.
If I touch man that hard,
like with this, dig out my eye,
man tried to dig out my eye for these bars.
Yeah, I'm something, yeah.
And the way I did deal with the clash as well, it was mad. I said, no.
We said on a Ninja Man vibe.
It was mad. I said, no, what? I got to do something with this, man. This is mad. Like, from that point on, I thought, nah, man. I got to do something serious with this. Like, I can't waste it. What, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've actually got a talent here, man.
That's real, and you can see
and
it.
And the guy I was up against is a fucking good spitter. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You didn't
That's
like
what
to
I
say.
felt. Yeah, I shut him down. I shut him down, bro. I was like, I was proud of myself. Like, go on, you get me, you held your own.
Nearly lost the eye, but you know,
I'm good.
But
go on, come on. Do something with it, man. And then somebody said something to me as well one time. I made up a lyric about macaroni cheese and something like that at another bar. And the man said, how can you talk about macaroni cheese in your lyrics? That's dead, rare. And then you know what? Years later, French Montana come out with what?
The mac and cheese.
I said, no.
See?
I was ahead of myself.
I was ahead of myself.
Yeah.
Man tried to tell me that's he did the whole series. Blood clot cheese.
Right.
Got a whole mixtape series.
Trust me. So those little signs to me like, right, you got to take this serious, man. You know what I mean? Other people as well were telling me, look, you're good, man. Don't waste it, man. Do something with it. Just don't stop writing. No, I haven't.
That's good, man. Yeah. So what at the moment, what's the latest track that you got at the moment? Obviously,
you know what? Nothing's out even right now. It's all coming out on the 19th. The first track's coming out on MMT. Shout out MMT. SST, my boy. And you can see it probably on my Insta as well. It's official_, the letter O, 1-3. Yeah.
Jeez.
You know, them guys, them acts there, you know. Official underscore. I rate that.
But you were saying, what's the thing that you did?
Sorry to cut. I did a fire in the shop the other day.
That's us,
Yeah, that's what.
Shout out Richie.
Right now. Shout out Richie
Okay,
Chicho.
shout out
Frenchie
Richie.
4-4.
Come on.
You get me?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Them man there. Shout out fire in the shop.
Explain to the people then what the fire in the shop is.
Basically, you get a minute to do your freestyle in the shop. You know what I mean? You got to pay a little change, obviously show love to do your thing. You get me? Because it's popping. You know what I mean? And you just do your thing, man, and views are going up and up and up on that still. I'm on, 11.1K right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's only, 5 days old or something like that. So it's good, man.
So where can they see that? Is it TikTok?
It's on, TikTok. It's on there now. It's on there now.
Check that out. What's the TikTok dance though?
You know what? I haven't even done.
Like made one yet. You gotta make if it goes on TikTok, you gotta make a TikTok dance.
You know what? To be honest, the other day I made up a little 4-bar, which I'm gonna do a little TikTok thing to still, but I gotta get the moves correct. I can't be looking silly.
Come on, like, yo, oh, man. Stiff up and then.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're looking
I have to make sure.
Yeah.
Oiling the joints and that, you know what I mean?
Trust me.
Yeah, some cod livers and that.
You know what? Just before we obviously we ain't got too long left here, but we're gonna get into that. Do you watch podcasts or are you not really into it?
I've seen a few podcasts, but you know what I mean? I haven't really had time to stop and sit down and watch podcasts.
We was gonna talk about this Joe Budden situation that's going on right now.
Smokes his guy, who I always said was an idiot.
Joe Budden, yeah?
Yeah, but he's got a podcast.
Smokes his guy, who I always said was an idiot.
One of the biggest
podcasts.
Okay. Yeah, he's got probably one of the biggest. He was on number 1 when they were at Spotify, and obviously, boom. But obviously, him and his co-host now they've separated. He said he fired them. They've come out now and basically saying that, they weren't offered the accounts and 400,000 went missing, and they just wanted to know what their share, because they're basically saying that they are share owners they have a percentage of the thing, but then Joe's trying to say, them man are just workers, you get what I'm saying? Okay. So it's a big back and forth going on.
But was they getting paid though?
Yeah, they were getting paid.
From him?
They were getting paid from the accounting or the business, whatever they were getting paid from.
That means there must be...
But that's what they're trying to say. They're trying to say when they're asking for their accounts.
If Joe's paying, man, then I work for Joe, innit? But if
but it would be Joe paying anyway because it's his company. But it's just the accounting that runs the company accounts. Are doing they're doing the money. Do you get what I'm saying? So obviously this whole situation with them now has gone all crazy. Internet's going crazy. I don't know, Wes, what was your thoughts on it? I know you...
Because your guy's a prick, and he was a prick from before, and now he proves he's a prick now.
Go on, what is it?
Do you want to break it down to you? Yeah. It's like this now. So we knew about DMD. Me and you have known from the start.
Yeah.
We weren't involved from the start. Like we weren't actually on it, but we'd do ideas with Smokes and say, and we're like, encourage and support. I'm sure I saw you at that live one. The live show at the
probably like the
second one.
The last one.
The second one that they done with
the Scribs on Motor.
Yeah, Scribs on Motor was there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But you was there. I saw you there. Yeah,
one of them.
I was like,
you did.
Who's this Wedge guy? Just like, I know you don't listen to the pod, you know.
I was just supporting. I wasn't really listening like
that. But that's my point. Yeah. So that's like we known then, and then it's like so then we come on the pod with Smokes, yeah. So we're doing the pod now, and then someone says, boom, I wanna put DMD on this, and then Smokes goes to us. So this is a little change I'm gonna break you two off on. Because he's gonna say, he started the pod, he started it. Even if now it's doing the thing because it's us three, we're the combo that he's finally come up with that's made it blow based on but this is my thing though. Remember that.
Yeah, but it is his thing though.
No, but see, this is where we have a problem.
No, but in terms of the pod, like with Joe's situation, he's got the pod and he's got all our businesses underneath the pod. Well, not underneath the pod. He's got his business.
He's got his businesses.
He's got the brand and the pod's underneath that.
What?
So basically, he's got the Joe Budden YouTube page, but then the pod visuals go on the YouTube page. But he's saying that's my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So this is Smokes' YouTube channel. So even if DMD's going, but DMD's being showed through Smokes' page. So all the views are going on to Smokes' page. Not DMD's page, it's Smokes'
So
page.
YouTube's gonna pay Smokes on.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So Smokes have a rap band on bread, fam.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're like, so we're like, yeah.
But
so,
they have an agreement. They have a
yeah.
contract of what
No,
percentage they
they're
have.
saying they're saying that they ain't got the contract.
No,
He said
they got a contract. What
See, this
they're
Rory
not
saying-
they haven't got the accounts, so they're not getting accounts where their money. That's what they're asking for.
Yeah,
their
to
accounts,
show
innit?
the evidence.
They
yeah.
say they got
they
the
want to see
contract. Their
paper.
contract says whatever percentage
But
they get in it.
yeah, but what I'm saying is, like man said, if you're a worker,
Yeah.
you can't ask to see their
So
accounts.
they want to see what money man
But
made.
they're not a worker.
That's what I'm saying.
He's
So they
saying-
can ask to see their accounts.
Yeah.
If you employ me, fam, I can't say, yeah, so what's the business doing? Brother, that's none of your business. You're paid your monthly wage. That's it.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
I can ask if I'm a shareholder, if I'm part of the
Yeah,
team.
if you're a shareholder, you have to
declare,
know that. Yeah, you should declare that.
Yeah.
And what they're saying, when they're asking Joe, his back got up. But even when I heard his response, his back was up.
Yeah.
Like, are you asking, man? Like, we're meant to be brethren. Don't ask me that. That's bookie within itself.
Exactly.
If we us four done a dance and I was at the door, I collecting the money, and you man come, so what we done at the door? Don't ask me that, fam. What kind of idiot thing is that, fam? Like, don't you trust me? That? Brother, I ask you a simple question. Your answer is making me say, no, count it in front of me.
Count the bees now. Yeah,
Shouldn't be the defensive one. If
You can't say, hey, brother, don't even ask, bro.
The
I
bread's
thought it was your
sweet
boy.
over there, that's why.
Yeah, the bread's
sweet,
Obviously,
but
whatever
no
that.
Yeah.
And Rory even said the money. He said the money was good at obviously Spotify. He said when they went to Cash App, the money was better, just a couple hundred better. But he's saying, yo, the Patreon thing that they're on now, and they're like, yo, the money is big bread, like. It's not little man bread no more. So obviously, Joe's probably looked at it like, rah, I've brought this thing far. Let's say there's 100 mil on the table,
Yeah, go on.
He's probably thinking, a minimum of about 60 I need, innit? That's what he's probably thinking. I need 60 minimum.
Mil.
Then he's got to pay them lot. They probably get, I don't know, they probably get
10 mil.
Let's say they
10,
get
15, because you need
10,
change for something
15,
else.
because then they got to pay the
Park has got to get his money.
parts. So let's say Joe gets 50.
Hear what I'm
He takes
saying
half,
to you.
but he's got to split the rest. Probably gonna minimize. I feel like he was minimizing the cameraman and all of them man's thing because the way that Rory and them said they were gonna give them man their first paycheck. Thinking, right, what? Then when the producers and that getting no piece, fam.
See, but my
You get what
thing
I'm saying?
is, you see where this is why it's already fucked. Man said, "But I need to see at least 60 of this." Without me and you ain't even seeing 30. You ain't seeing 30. So the fact that you're even moving like that in the first place, it's mad. It's mad, fam.
But there's an argument to say that who's to say that without them two that he won't get the money. Because number one, it's Joe Budden podcast. Number two, no, it's not if, because number two, they went and he continued. And it got better. And you had big guests. It don't change, fam. You get Kevin Samuels, fam. You get in certain...
That was after.
Yeah, of
when
course
they
that's
went,
after, fam. He's still getting big people. It's Joe Budden, fam. Them man leave...
That's his
No,
brethren.
it's not my brethren, but I'm just saying, if you look at the dynamics of it, if them man leave, it don't matter. The name don't change, the face don't change, nothing really changes. Because whoever's attracting majority of the people is Joe Budden anyway.
But all right, so
yeah,
then,
like Rory can bring in certain people, and Mo obviously brings
Yeah.
certain people on the sports side and certain things like that. But overall,
yeah.
if we say, yo, if you put them three man in a lineup and you check out them man's history, you don't know Mo or Rory's history.
But Joe Budden had pump it up
It don't matter, but you know his history.
because he's an idiot.
You know his history though.
Because
And Pump It Up is still playing now.
Yeah, but what do you know his history as? A mad.
As a rapper, yeah. But either way of
not
what
a
you...
mad emotional...
Yeah, but
I don't know.
but you know his
yeah.
history. Even if he's emotional, you know that he's been arguing about contracts one day. You know he's...
No, but
been
forget the
doing what
contract. I'm just talking about him in general as a man.
We've seen him on Love and Hip Hop. Like he comes with history. Them man don't come with history.
Okay, so my thing is, yet again, we'll see what happens when they're not on it, where it goes. Joe don't stay with co-hosts too long.
Exactly. And you know what?
So
Listen, yeah, do you know why he will go further as well? All he has to do is make a mad move and say, yo, Academics, come on the pod. See if he puts Academics on that pod.
no, but Academics ain't going there. Academic thinks he's too big now.
Yeah, he
he's
does,
someone.
but
I don't
Academics-
care if he's going. He's someone I would beat up. He's someone like, old school, like, see him and say, bruv, you got 10 seconds to run. 7, 6.
Oh, shit.
If you worry about the 3, if you're still there thinking about the 3 seconds that you missed, yeah, you're wasting your time. He's the man who'll run, you punch up and make you do press-ups. Old school, he's such a prick, fam. I hate people like these internet guys. Because he was a little nerd talking about gang shit, yeah? Got very popular from it, and then if you hear how he talks now, he screams at people, do you know who I am? I'm like, you're still that boy. If I come to you in your face, fam, you will break. I won't have to thump you. Sorry, academics pisses me off, fam. He does piss me off.
Man,
there's bare people that talk on hood things, yeah? And it's long. Because they glamorize it more than anyone, fam.
Yeah, 100%.
All of these, these Fezzifiers, all these guys, fam, they would never be in the trenches, fam. It's long for them. But because of the internet, you got so much thing, you can just do it now. Say, yeah, rah, I can comment on it. The other day, there was
I rate Festival. I need the information sometimes, and he's quick.
Yeah.
The man are quick with the info, bro.
Yeah, but
something could happen and he's got it up in an hour.
Even not him, because he doesn't talk on the bad man team.
Yeah, he don't
He
talk
just
on the bad
reports the
man,
news. So it's just more my man, academics.
Okay.
Because it pisses me off, because there's youths that die on the road, fam, for you to just comment on. You're making jokes, talking about scoreboards and points and, don't go near my man. There's youths dying, fam. Allow it. He's not even have to say he's in it and he's a rapper and he's trying to benefit of it. You're a nerd. He says shit about people and goes, but who am I? I'm just a nerd that lives in my mum's house. So if I chat shit about you and then say I'm a nerd, what does that make you for coming to beat me up? For me chatting shit about you? It's such a guy, Joe. I hate this internet thing.
The mad academic.
Yeah, no, I like him, bro.
Thing about
yeah, fam, the guy gets on Henny and starts talking mad crud.
Yeah, but that sells though,
that Mo and Rory, he talks to them. You're my sons.
Yeah, but...
You know what I'll do to you? I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God, this guy's...
What's going on, yeah?
Yeah, fam, but so I don't like this new age thing, fam.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, fam. But I don't know, man. Hopefully they can get back together, man, Carl, you get me?
They can't.
No, it's done now. It's a wrap now.
I actually end up watching one thing where it shows arguments with them. And Joe Budden keeps saying, he does that fake lust. when he's pissed off, he's like, "What? I can see that you man keep ganging up together, anti-jolting. I can see it." Yeah. I'm like, this guy's nuts, fam.
Well, he's a madman.
Yeah, he's gonna drop them up, but he will always get the money because he's the hype. They ain't got enough character between them.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But all right, boom. Let's get into, before we bust out, let's get into the dilemma. We got one.
So what man have is a dilemma from someone that writes in about serious situation or whatever they're going through, and then we try and help them out
as much as they can.
And sometimes they're crazy still.
So if you can give them some wisdom as well, brother. Like.
Let's see what I've got. So the title is what's wrong with my girl?
So I'm saying, man, come with what's wrong with my girl.
That's the title. That's the title.
Is that it? Yeah, what's wrong with my girl?
So the message is, I'm gonna get straight to the point. Now it's clear to me that my girl doesn't trust me when I'm out. It seems she would do anything to try to sabotage my night. Not only that, but she will also sit at home stressing until I get home, no matter what time of the night it is. When I say sabotage, she will think of all the responses to try to stop me from going or for me to come home early. She's unwell and there's etc. She's unwell or there's a family emergency or she thinks she can hear burglars in the house. This guy's funny, you know. Wow. When I'm out, she won't sleep at all. She will consistently watch all my boys' snaps and posts. She will call me consistent while I'm out pretending she's checking if I'm all right and she's saying she's worried, but really she's just calling to clock the background and see if there's gal in the back. She'll FaceTime me. She will even call my boys back to back if I don't answer. I don't mind the one-off, but it's now becoming a running joke with the man them because every weekend they
You're the running joke.
Yeah, man.
You're the running joke, fam. Let's have it right.
They say, man, got to do the check-in. Well, yeah. Got to check in.
Man, she's calling him again.
Yeah.
I remember a dilemma when you, man, had a couple episodes ago talking about girls having no friends, and I think that's what the issue is here. She doesn't have friends like that, and she can go out with. We all chill with or gossip on the phone to. I don't know if it's that alone or combined with the fact that she doesn't trust me, but it's getting out of hand. Without fail, she will ask, "Can I come to everywhere I'm going?" Man, them, is this normal? P.S. Rome said he would like his girl with no friends, but just for the record, you defo don't want that, bro.
Yeah. Tell him again.
All right. I don't scream. I don't blocking out my team.
What's blocking out my team? He's trying to flex his arm, yeah. He said, yo, if you come across a girl with no friends, just turn the other way. A girl needs friends or her own, otherwise she will have too much time on her hands and be obsessed with you. What do I do?
Go on,
oh.
Give it to you,
That one there crazy.
Give it to you,
You see, why that girl there? She's problems, man. She's problems, bro. You know what, man? You need to... I don't know.
Find a new gal.
Yeah, you know what?
He never once said I really like her.
If you can't work it out with her.
Man said he never once said I really like her.
No. He never once said I really like her.
Aye, but is this,
He didn't once say that.
Is this obsessive or this normal?
It's obsessive.
He's obsessive, man. Come on,
You
man.
want to ring me so you
There's
can
some
listen to the
obsessive.
background.
I can hear something. No, that's obsessive.
Everyone
But
snaps.
when you live with a woman,
Controlling.
the staying up till you get home, I think is pretty normal. I don't.
Yeah, because she probably
the
worried
girls
about
ain't
your
sleeping
safety,
until
innit?
you. Well, if you're out the house, they're not sleeping. If you live with a woman, she's not sleeping till you come home. That's number one. Number two, she's. Well, am I lying?
No, do you know what? It's happened a couple
They
times.
want you to come home early.
But yeah, more times not, because
Yeah,
by that time I'm burst, so.
exactly. So and them wanting you to come home early, that's normal. Them not wanting you to go out is normal. Those things I see pretty normal, fam.
It's not
No,
normal.
no,
What do you
no,
mean
no,
you
not
don't
going
want me
out,
to go
no.
out? What do you want me
No
to do?
woman wants you to go out. If you
Because
in the yard,
he's out, fam. That's why. He's
Wait,
not
no, but
normal
what do
out.
you
He's
mean
never
you don't
in.
want me to go
because
out?
they would
though?
prefer you to stick with them, watch a film, and have a drink, than go out with
And
your
then
boys.
turn around
That's
and tell
what
me
they-
you're always in the yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I ain't had that problem.
That's one thing I don't want a
Yeah.
girl to tell, man. You're
But
always
that's
in
what
the yard.
but that's what it comes down to, fam. They'll rather you. They don't want you to go out and have fun. Fun. What?
Nah, I'm not there
straight
yet.
though. You
Don't
need to
try
get
rub me
another
out.
girl, yeah, because that girl, she's just gonna get worse.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna get worse. The
The more you
FaceTime
give
get
her,
worse.
the more
Calling
she's
all.
gonna want.
Yeah, get
Calling
another
calling all
girl.
man's brethren.
And
Yeah,
then
you can't be calling my brethren and all of that. That's childish.
Fam, I hate when them
No,
guys.
that's gonna rub you out, because you can't call me.
I just
So I'm gonna
blocked
make it
them
10 times
anyway.
worse.
I've blocked everyone out here.
But is it like, well, can't she just be naturally worried about him though?
She could be
That's
worried.
not
But
naturally.
you know how
worried.
it is.
Yeah, but that's
But
not
you know how it
natural.
is, like, get me, things happen on the road, things happen in
know.
dance.
Alright, but if you see,
But
if
you're
you
so-
see, if
you're
you
watching
see,
everyone snap.
yeah, if you see the
Yeah,
snap
you're
and you
not
see
that
man's
worried.
there, you know I'm good.
Yeah, you don't need to go and watch another 7-man snap to say, hold on, he's standing there in that one, but that one was there. So if that makes sense, you should be. Hold on, you went. Can't be in at the same time. Because in his one, you was on his left hand shoulder, but in his one. Yeah,
That's
all of that.
mad.
I'm not coming home.
Yeah.
No, I'm not coming home.
That is exactly I'm not even coming home.
Yeah,
Is that what you're
that's-
doing?
nah, man, that's
And I'm like good
surveillance.
fellas, you know, when he comes back
He's
to
under
the yard.
surveillance.
Surveillance,
Yeah,
you know?
That's too much.
Surveillance.
That's some
I
Chinese.
don't even like when they say, "Oh, you was online." This like, so what? What do you mean I was online and so why did you?
Online at what? At a certain time?
Not like you was online. Why you was online when I messaged
That's
you?
what
So
Yeah,
I've
but
heard that one before, you
Yeah,
know.
no,
You was
listen.
online though.
No,
So
listen.
why didn't you?
yeah.
See,
You know,
WhatsApp's a
but I
setup.
say, look, I was
WhatsApp's a
online. I went
setup.
back to sleep. It's
Online?
alright for me to
What's
look.
online?
WhatsApp's a setup.
it's a setup.
It says you're online, you're not. I could have looked at something, come
sometimes.
out, and you look and it says I'm online.
Yeah, I know.
But it's online though.
It takes
I won't.
time.
And then, I'm
Or
not
if
having that
someone
debate.
phones you, if someone WhatsApp phones
It's
you,
crazy,
you
fam.
naturally come online, innit?
Yeah.
You know that, innit?
That's my
No, but this
that's
is what
my
I'm saying.
new one. I was on the phone. Like.
See, this guy's gonna incriminate himself next to me, you know.
Nah, what?
Not
yeah.
me.
You.
I'm saying not me. That's why I locked off all of that.
No, but it says you're online though. Doesn't matter. It doesn't,
Yeah, the online.
He's talking about the last scene and stuff.
Yeah,
but it
the
will always say
online-
you're online.
Yeah, the online thing, I don't care.
Huh?
I don't care about that.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
Because my one comes.
But that's the argument.
Whether I'm
though.
online or offline, or open
Like, if
your
I
message,
message you,
you ain't
and
gonna
then-
see whether I saw it anyway.
No, but if, I'll see you online. Though.
No,
It don't matter.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's my.
No, he's not talking about to him. He's talking about to
No,
me.
but I'm saying my point is whether you see me online or not, you can't see that I read your messages.
No, it doesn't matter about
Doesn't
that.
matter.
it does.
Is that but no, because they will go with.
He's talking. He's mad,
He
you
doesn't
know.
understand what I'm
If a
saying.
No,
girl,
but just
if,
'cause-
if,
Yeah,
your-
wait,
if
wait,
a girl
wait.
messages you, she sees you online.
If I
She
message
knows
you,
you read the message.
No,
she don't know.
she don't know.
She don't know.
Because- No, she don't know I read the messages.
No,
Number
he's
one,
talking because
I
you don't-
can be online, bro. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Just because I'm online, it don't mean I'm accessible.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Right,
What do you
but
mean?
that's what I'm saying. But their argument is,
Fam,
when I sent the message,
He said you
came
online.
up online.
All right, let me explain
That's what I'm
something.
saying. That's
That
what I'm
means
See, when
saying.
someone jumps
means you
in,
saw the message.
let me see. No, it don't mean you saw the message.
Brother,
It doesn't mean you
let me
saw
tell
the
you why
message.
it don't
We're
mean...
humans. You got the phone in your hand. Someone
No.
WhatsApps you.
No, my
Your
mine
hair.
don't- no, mine don't come up like that.
I didn't read it.
No, mine don't come up like that. If I'm in a group, mine don't flash up like that. So that's what I'm trying to say. If I'm in a group chatting with a group, unless I
You
come
don't know
out
you
of
got
it,
a notification.
no, unless I come out of it and see the other things.
What,
then
like
I'm
this?
not.
You know, like you message someone.
But
you do that.
all my groups are silent.
Okay.
My
What I'm
things
saying
are
is,
unless
unless the girl hasn't got WhatsApp as well.
No, but my point is this. No. Let me give you an analogy. Whatever. Man's on Xbox. I'm online.
Yeah.
Man's in a game of Call of Duty. Next brother comes online. He wants to invite man to that game. I can't see that game, but I'm in the middle of a game. Yes, I'm online. It don't mean I'm accessible for you, fam. So if I'm in WhatsApp, it don't mean I can see. I see a message. If I got like 10, 15, 20 messages down in it, it don't mean I can see.
You're
your
making me
message,
really
you know?
do this on the thing. So
Yeah,
if
go
you're on the
on.
computer and I'm playing someone, it flashes up in the corner.
It says that you're
invited
online.
you to a game.
Yeah.
I didn't see the invite. You fucker. You're looking at the screen.
No, but I saw the invite, but I didn't see all the messages.
So don't say you didn't see my message.
No, but I might not see.
No. Don't say you
Hold on,
didn't
wait
see.
1 second. Wait
No,
1 second.
you didn't make me like a girl.
Where's I give the girl them
I
life?
lied. How? If just because I might see one message, it don't. My thing is, it don't come up on the screen. So if I'm
Yeah.
in a group,
Yeah.
if you message me, it's not gonna say.
It's not gonna come up.
It doesn't come up, bro.
But
Unless I come out of that group
No,
to
but
go
I'm
on
saying,
the thing.
but I'm saying for them.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Can we just prove
no,
something?
he's-
Message
no,
me now.
he's right, no,
I'm in this.
No,
I'm in the
that's
group.
your thing. Your Android, brother. My iPhone.
So you're saying...
The thing's different around here.
Oh, it's
But
My
I'm
silence
saying
that
this.
all off, brother.
They'll message, yeah?
Yeah.
He's not...
You.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden you come online. Then you come offline.
So
So they're saying, I'm with you. But I'm saying for them, come on. But for them, it's like, you just jumped. I messaged you. You just jumped online and then you jumped off.
and now I didn't see a message. So what?
Huh?
If I tell you I didn't see a message,
Then you have to accept it. How?
exactly.
How did you see my message?
And how did I see a message?
All right,
This is
then.
online.
But
Just because I was online doesn't say that I read it.
But what's the what's
But
the
you
down?
turn your
Exactly.
but-
Exactly. But so for that exact problem there, so no one don't question me. Everything's off.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
My
saying.
red's off. No photo. All of them
He's still
things there.
missing the
fam.
thing that he's online, you know.
But it doesn't matter.
It don't
'Cause
matter
you've
that
already
I'm
engaged
online,
in the
bro.
argument, so they've won anyway.
Brother,
'Cause I want to argue.
What if
with
I'm
you
on
now.
Instagram
So
like online?
Huh?
Yeah.
What if I'm online on Instagram?
What, like, it says that you're, like, active now.
It says you're
Yeah,
active,
I'm active
innit?
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're active
It don't mean
now.
I'm active.
Like, it says you are.
But but
even-
you know, if you go on your story, it'll tell you you're active.
I know.
But even
there's-
on Clubhouse,
but there's the
it
argument.
says online.
But
And
that's
what
the
time I'm not
argument.
online?
Huh?
But that's the whole argument.
Of what?
That's the point you're saying. So they're like, raw. So I sent you a DM, and then it showed me that you was there. You was active on your Insta. Yeah, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, I was active on my Insta. So what?
You see someone messaging.
That means
No, I didn't see the message. I was
It
still
went up on your
posting.
screen.
No, but I got bare messages that I don't read.
But it doesn't
Are
matter.
you trying to bullshit
That's
me?
what I'm saying.
You can get out of the house now. You
He's
can get out now. You can get out of the house. Get your stuff.
What
and
he's
get
saying
out.
is, it doesn't matter what.
I've got messages right now.
And listen, it doesn't
I
matter.
showed up online right
It
now.
does-
I haven't seen none of
It
these
doesn't
messages.
matter
You know
what
what
you
I'm saying?
say, fam.
He knows.
You've already engaged in the argument with her, fam.
About what?
So she's won.
No, but I didn't engage. No, I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
because
Well,
why
you lot
ask
have
message-
engaged
what do
in
you mean I
what?
didn't see your
No,
message.
no.
What do you mean you didn't see my message? I didn't
No.
see-
That's it.
argument.
Done. No, argument's done.
He wouldn't.
The argument's done.
No, but
The argument's done.
but-
The argument's done.
No, with him,
I
I'm
didn't
not
see you.
joking. I know. I've
Boom.
seen
But
him
I
do
get
it.
it.
No, but he would say so.
So
He would
it's
say
done.
so.
The argument's done. You
And
can't
that's
argue.
it.
Where are you
After
gonna
so.
go with Soul? You messaged me and you was online. Okay.
So
Where's the argument after that? I was online.
He's
I guess-
engaging 'cause it's me.
I've acknowledged that I was online. You've messaged me. I've not seen it. But you can't.
No,
you shouldn't be able to argue.
but 9 out of 10, the girl's gonna say, so why didn't you respond to my...
that's what I'm going.
Because they want to. I was coming home.
There you go.
See, that's where the argument
See?
is.
So
There.
it's
What do you
not
mean
just
you didn't want
so-
to?
That's what I'm saying.
What do you
It
mean you
doesn't
didn't want
matter.
it?
He's
So
engaged
you
in the
chose,
argument.
He
you
thinks
saw
you're
my
right.
message
No,
and
you're
you
right,
chose
you're
not
right.
to
He
respond
thinks-
to me.
he
Why
thinks-
did you do that for?
He
That's argument.
He thinks is
Innit?
so.
Yeah.
Okay then.
But that's
So how's
argument.
your day?
Soul's argument. No,
but
it's argument.
not that.
It's on.
Alright, cool.
It's
So,
on. It's
alright, cool.
on.
I'm gonna go into a
Fully.
next
You
lane.
mean it's
Let me
argument?
drive to
Fully.
a next lane for the argument.
Hey, where's you mean the argument? It's called the argument.
That's what I'm like this. Lane closed.
Yeah? Alright, cool.
Yeah,
You see
bro.
this dual carriageway.
But
You know
with
the
the
dual carriage
argument-
got the red and the black.
Fam,
We've
the
got to
argument,
this one.
that argument is foolish. You can't argue, man, on why did the message.
What's that?
You can't argue, man, why did message. unless it was something that needed a response to.
No, but I get what you're on.
Important.
You're on this. It's my phone. I'll respond when I want to respond. I know what you're on. Everyone's
You know
on
what?
that.
You know how I respond. I hand over bills. You know, here, like this is my phone bill. We'll attach it to your direct debit. You could question about man's phone, innit? That's what I'm on about. Like,
There's that angle.
yeah, come on.
There's that angle.
And you can have,
That's that
you can
angle
have all access, fam. It's free, fam. AAA and all of that. Access all areas and that. You get me?
Trust me.
I like that one.
Trust me. Nah, it's true still, but
Yeah,
But man
my
can't
man.
respond to everything because bro, you're on brain frazzle, fam.
Yeah, but my man, seriously.
But you get to a point
That's
where
what
like
I'm
you just don't even want to. You
No,
don't
one
even
of
want
us,
to.
yeah.
Get a new girl, bro.
Yeah, get a new
lie.
girl.
Get a new girl.
Jog that one on, bro.
No, because she might find a man that's on all that. Yeah,
Nah, but-
where are
And
you?
the
I'm here.
running man down things are easy.
Can't run,
But
man.
She
some
needs
man-
a man
there's
that
some-
suits
some-
Yeah.
and
certain
you need a
boys
girl
like
that
that.
suits you.
Yeah,
Like,
certain man like that
simple.
still.
Like
Certain
what?
boys, yeah.
Like the rundown, innit?
Nah,
All right, babe, I'll be that soon.
Be on lockdown.
She don't allow me. She says on
No,
me.
you can't be calling up my brethren and then checking snaps and all of these things and you get me sending your brethren to the rave.
Your brethren's like, yo,
all of these
why
things. Yeah,
is
it's
your
just-
missus
it's
screen
too
munching my
much.
snaps though? I think I don't get messages that she did make screen munches on my snaps, cuz.
It's too much, man.
Yeah, it's too much, man. But
You get me? You're gonna tell her. You have to tell her to just stop or keep it moving, blood.
Yeah, no, tell you know what? He didn't pat out the situation from early, you know. That's why she's doing this.
Yeah, you didn't tell her. Listen, this is what I do.
You-
I'm
You probably
out.
liked it at first.
Yeah, nah, this is what
Yeah,
men
she
need
likes
to-
me. She
Men
likes
need,
me,
listen,
yeah.
let me man them. You need listen. Man them need to understand one thing. Look at yourself in a relationship a year from the date that you get into that relationship. You have to be consistent from day one, innit? If you know you're not going to keep up that consistency, you need to just act how you're going to be in a year's time. Just move like that.
It's true.
It's true, but who does that? But who does that?
Because in the beginning,
Yeah, but who does that?
But
No
in
one
the
does
beginning,
that.
Who does that?
No
but
one
in the
trying to
beginning-
do the
but listen,
little,
but in the
you get
beginning,
me,
you're doing bare
impress,
things. You're
honeymoon
answering bare
period.
things. You're
Yeah,
on the
you're
phone for an
answering
hour.
the- yeah.
You're FaceTime. You're doing bare things. So while you're not consistent now with it, it's like, hold
Yeah,
on.
it changed. They can
What
see
you
the
doing?
change.
And then when they G-check you, man's on the defensive. Like, right,
Yeah,
you
what do you
talking
mean?
to rare. But
No,
this
you
is what
gotta
was
stay,
on
bruv.
from the
Yeah,
beginning.
if you're
I
not
know,
gonna
what
pick up
changed?
if
They have
you're
to
not gonna pick up the
understand.
phone, you need to be on an early thing, like 10-minute calls from now. This is what I'm. This is how I'm gonna treat her 10 minutes. When the 10 minutes go, you get me. When the 10
Yeah.
minutes goes, you cut the phone off and you keep it moving.
But no one
Then
does
you
that.
don't chat to her for a couple of days.
Yeah, but
then
no
you
one
pull
don't
it
do
back
that.
in.
It's new, it's exciting. It's every day.
Sometimes.
Yeah, when it's new, it's exciting, isn't it? You're eager to. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying?
need to secure
So
the
you want to
bag.
secure, you want to make
And
sure
when the
you
bag's
get me. I can
secure,
get the
yeah,
beat
nah.
soon. And
Come like them Tesco bag with one handle just bruck after early call.
this guy's not easy. You
No,
know,
it's
show me
true.
front hair,
And no, but what he's right about the consistency, you know, she does something annoying. To let her know, yeah, that was very annoying.
Yeah, that was
None of
annoying.
this, I just met you, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it slide.
That's, and if it comes up again, nah, because
You gotta say it in a jokey way though.
Yeah,
Like, you know, like,
laugh farting like that.
yeah, like.
You know what it is? I think girls always test man them at the beginning of
Yes,
the beginning,
the thing, yeah.
that's-
they are
You know
the
what they do?
testers.
They do something and they go, oh, so was that all right? Is that okay?
Yes.
And you see when you're letting things slide at the beginning, like, oh yeah, that's cool. Keep trying to, you get me, you get the beat, and that.
yeah.
In your head you're thinking, no, that wasn't cool, but I'm only saying it's cool because I want to get the beat.
then
Yes.
turn it
And you
back
see
to
them
Jim,
moments
though,
there.
mine.
That's where she's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. All right, that's
Even
cool.
down to the
And then that's
Dipping
it.
her hand in your chips, fam.
So you're supposed to
probably
just,
in the beginning.
from the
You're
beginning,
you allowed
say
it.
how it
You're
is.
letting her
Is that,
touch
let me
your
get a
chip.
chip? Yeah, go on.
No, not my
Let me get
chips,
it.
fam.
Yeah.
If you was like, yo, don't put your hand in my plate
Yeah,
from
from-
early.
From early.
They'll
She
never put their
knows,
hand
yeah.
in your plate.
That's it.
But you get me, one day now you gave her a chip or you allowed her to take a chip out.
Or you tried to be romantic and give a fork on some lady on the tramp team. You get me?
Hold
Like,
on one second. Man said you put her hand in the plate. Oh, don't put your hand in my plate. Bro, her pum pum went mad dry, you know. This date's awkward now.
I thought we
we
might
get the
get
check?
wet though for that.
What do you mean? She might think, right.
Hold on.
Right, no man.
Because I'm going
Yeah,
to put me in my plate.
plate.
Yeah, oh, like
Dripping down river.
Moving, I had one
Nah,
chip
don't put
out of
that
his
in my
plate. And he's, look how he's going on with one chip.
Put your hand in my plate.
He was buying crutches.
Stop
But he
it.
can't give me one chip. It's cool, brother.
No, because then
Oh,
no,
no,
Cool,
no.
brother.
Yeah, that's bad
because if
still.
I allow
When you
every
look
woman
at
in
it
my
like that.
plate, then what?
Then what?
I ain't saying nothing, kid.
What's it you?
it's
You
too
want
much-
crutches?
Because
the
if
problem is
I
so
don't
much
turf her,
different,
then
innit? You got
if
too
I
much
don't
women
turf
in
her,
the
it
plate.
looks like I allow every woman in my plate. But if I turf her, it's like, no, bro, you don't even let women in the plate like that.
Or she could be like, raw. I just went to get a chip. It's just how man's going on.
Well, she had her
He's
own
an
plate.
idiot.
Yeah, they don't play. You could have ordered chips.
couldn't order chips.
He's a bit of an idiot, you know.
Tell her, Rachel, give me the bird call.
Give me the bird.
Hello, what? Don't lie, it's beef. And she kicks out.
Definitely.
You get that.
No, I get it though. You just consistency.
Yeah. I don't know. I agree. Consistency though.
Where's my son?
It is, isn't it?
The bird call, you know.
Alright, you know what? We're gonna get into banger of the week. But yeah, brother, that's that one, innit?